Because they see it as, hey, France is for France, Africa's for Africa, man. But it wasn't like that 50 years ago, man. It wasn't like that when your red ass was in Algeria. Okay, France had their own Vietnam. They was in the Algiers. Okay, getting their butts whooped by them Berbers. Okay, and what came of that? More death and destruction from the so-called white man. Just another war, more blood. What bloody Edomite behavior?
Bloody Edomite behavior.
It was this bloody Edomite behavior, man. And what's going on in Russia and Ukraine? That's bloody Edomite behavior. Whether it be blown out of proportion or all kinds of misinformation. There's a lot of shit you see. They show a ragtag ass city blown up. That building been blown up. That building been blown up for 20, 30 years. They ain't fix it up. All right, you see what they doing in the Kiev. Kiev is a ghost town, man. But it ain't all blown up like they say it is. All right? Yet, are you going to be able to get that information, access the information, man? This devil really, this devil really got a control on what the information is doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You would think everything would be moving freely. It's control, all right? The big companies got it under complete control. Facebook, all right, Google. Oh, well, DuckDuckGo recently exposed itself, man. Saying that we're not going to promote Russian misinformation, man. So DuckDuckGo, that's finished, man.
Now they censoring results.
And you got to use Yandex. And which is Russian. That's a Russian search engine. You got to use Yandex. Be careful looking up shit on there, man. Be careful. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Joel chapter 3, verse.
See, but the Russians, they're bringing that narrative. They're bringing the other narrative, the other side. Okay. And any critical thinker, anybody with a right mind understands that. Okay, to get the full story, you got to hear both sides.
Yeah.
Do they not do that in the court of law? You hear both sides, right? How you doing, officer? How you doing?
But remember, in college, they're telling you not to critically think anymore.
Well, in college, they tell you to shut up and do it, man. Oh, they tell you, so let's be critical of this right here, and then you want to talk about the jump shot. Hey, man, you better shut your fucking mouth. Let's critically talk about this here, but you want to talk about gender, and that there's only two of them.
Right.
You're out. They're gonna kick you out of school because you're full of hate. All right, and you can't be full of hate, supposedly, man. Yet you get people that hate how people talk so much that they'll scream loud, or they'll destroy his platform. They'll delete the guy, cancel him, all because they got something different to say, man. Keep going. Oh, give me this, Public Shah.
It is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
Yeah, there you go. Them Pakistanis, they part of that war. Why do they want the Pakistanis to come out and talk? Because they're an important piece of an alliance, man. When World War II was happening, they had a thing called the Axis of Evil, right? And the Allies. Well, who made that? Who wrote that part? The Americans, man. The West said we're the allies, we're the good guys, and the Germans and Austria and these and Italy and Japan. That's the Axis of Evil. But if you were in those countries, you would say the Americans are evil, or the British, or the other ones are evil. The Russians, the communists. So it's all about perspective, man. But we have the ultimate perspective, which is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we see what's going down, man. We're completely neutral. But at the same time, we're all for the Heavenly Father's will, which is World War III.
Right.
And we know that America needs to be destroyed, so we're against America, man.
Right.
We're against America. Why? Because America's against us. Okay?
Well, we against all these nations.
We're against all these. Well,
we ain't for Pakistan. We ain't for Russia. We ain't for EU. The Most High gonna destroy all you heathens, man. The only nation that's gonna be left standing in the top seat is the nation of Israel, man. That's what we for. We for Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the Israelites, man.
That's right. And our job as Israelites is to tell you people what's going to happen to you, man. To give the pops. You have a question, sir?
Yes. I just want to know, are we living for kings also?
What was that?
Kings.
Yes, you're a king, brother.
Yeah, all of y'all are.
Thank you. For
Just
that.
like me. The only reason I asked that question is because what y'all saying is what I believe.
Okay. All right, brother. All right.
I have no fight with nobody else. I love you guys for even being out here. You know what I'm saying? And y'all doing the work that be done.
The water for that. Bless you. Rakata.
You know?
Shalom.
And guess
Shalom.
what? My name is King.
Okay.
All right, Shalom, King. Shalom, King.
I was named Derek Price, but guess what? I found out I was a king.
That's right. That's right. That's right, brother. Shalom. Shalom, Malak. Go ahead, read that.
Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Yeah, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Keep going.
Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
Yeah, because them Pakistani army is a bad army, man.
Yeah.
Them dudes got to do some real hard combat. Hey, the Russians, that's a bad army.
You don't want to mess with them Ruskies, man.
Hey, the North Koreans, that's a bad army, man. There's a reason why it's called North Korea and South Korea. Because the Americans couldn't go over there and whoop them like they wanted to, man. Them some bad dudes, man. All right? Or that half of them could do harangue kicks. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Oh, you talk about that Mortal Kombat thing.
Yeah, I'm talking about Tekken. Tekken. All right, keep going.
It says, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords.
That's right, beat their plowshares and the swords. That's North Korea, man. Because North Korea was a real small, egalitarian, not egalitarian, what was it, like what they call the farmer, rural farmer land, a farming society, man. They didn't have big weapons and missiles, but what do? Read that again?
Beat your plowshares into swords.
Yeah, they went from just tilling the land to what? Creating thermonuclear missiles, man. Big ones, baby. Okay? The big ones.
Sounds good.
All right, ICBMs. Okay, and they just they're finding ones that can go from continent to continent, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Keep going.
And your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, your pruning hooks and the spears. Spears, because a pruning hook is what you do to cultivate and harvest, man. Okay, so you're gonna go from working the fields, from working the Banana Republic to what? Getting ready for war. Making spears, making weapons, okay? Or you're gonna go buy them from the Russians.
Yeah. Oh, the Russians selling weapons, man.
Well, they said the Philippine government has one of the least funded militaries in all of Asia, so he's trying to get the budget up.
Trying to beef up.
He's trying to beef up, man.
Get ready for war.
All right, and why is that? Because that's pretty much just a colony of the United States. All right, but since that guy Georgia came in, he started opening up relationships with other countries.
Russia and China.
Russia and China mainly, man. And getting what? Getting more money in to do what? So he could get his own military.
Yeah, break away from the West, basically. All in Japan too. They wanted to change their constitution to where they could have their army again, man.
Yep. And see, traditionally, these nations, okay, the Lord's gonna wake up their mighty men. Because them Japanese in World War II, those dudes were bad, man. All right. Yeah, we say what we want about Ammon and Moab, but them Ammonites back in World War II, they had a thing called the kamikaze, man. And them dudes would just die just off honor. You know, like nah, bro, I can't go out like that. I gotta die. If I'm gonna fight this war, I'm gonna die. I'm not going back home a loser. I'm not going back a dude.
The war that you fighting, bro.
Well, I'm talking about what the Japanese were doing. So
I died for the war of life.
that's right, brother. Well, we at war right now, a spiritual war. What was you gonna say?
And I was gonna say the heathen, even in ancient time, they had warriors. Goliath.
Yep.
You know, what David said about his mighty men. One of them slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. So the heathen, they had top warriors. It's just they couldn't deal with the nation of Israel because we had Yahweh Shah on our side.
That's right. That's right. Keep going.
I speak on that
Says-
in the life thing.
Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen,
That's right. They're assembling themselves, and all the heathen, they're getting together. Keep going.
and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Now see, now their mighty ones are getting reawakened, man.
Yep.
And you know, Goliath, he's gonna be coming back in the flesh.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, Philistine.
Big ass Philistine, man. He's gonna go over there and crush some skulls, man. Okay?
But see, the mighty ones also have to remember that they have to take their time to be mighty.
Well, the Heavenly Father is gonna raise up these other nations, all right, to get mighty with their weapons. Okay? With their military. That's why I said the Philippines are buying helicopters from the Russians. Oh, Venezuela is just opening their borders to just all kinds of military games. And the Russians are giving them what? Fighter jets, submarines. Okay, so they're becoming mighty.
My
Right.
words for life.
And those, if you can't protect yourself, if you don't have a submarine, a navy, an army, hey, because our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we don't have a standing army, man. Okay, we don't have a general. Okay, we don't have, even though they say we do, right? We don't have a general. We don't have.
General.
All right, we don't have all that,
I say
man.
this.
We're pilgrims. Okay,
Hey,
we're captives.
Anybody remember this song when we was in kindergarten? The more we stay together, together, together. The more we stay together, the happier we'll be.
That's right. But you know what? If you go to school, they don't sing that no more.
Hey, bro.
All right,
That's the song that
these
they
kids
do
at
in the
school are being
streets,
taught
though.
something opposite,
If
man.
you remember it, then you should be able to. That should be something that you
Now they
say.
got
To
book
bring
tie with a
people together.
trans.
Oh yeah.
Well, they want you to be together with a kid that's going through hormone therapy,
like that.
that's going through a transition. You want to be together with that
so
kid,
true, man.
bro?
Let me tell you, I was in Target. I was looking at the back of this lady's shirt. You know, the kids, the two girls, the girl had her hand literally on her butt, and they're looking in the mirror, you can't see reflection, and they had Mickey Mouse hats on. The ears. I was like, man, I want to see what the front, but she went to the back, so I knew she worked there. So, you know, Walt Disney is promoting all that lesbian shit.
All them, and then all them new Disney films, they got a woman that's big like a man, and then the guy that's all small like a woman, right? So they're just flipping it around, man. And these people are loving it, eating it up, and they're promoting it, and they want to enjoy
I
that.
think the latest one was the charm.
Oh, Encanto. Encanto.
Which means charm.
Yeah, I had to turn that one off, bro.
That shit is sick, man.
I had to turn that one off. They had a woman with super strength.
Yeah.
She over here walking like a man. She built like a straight like Johnny Bravo. She literally built like Johnny Bravo. And Johnny Bravo, that man he's an Israelite, all right? All right? He was in the spirit of an Israelite, man. Hey, the shit he was doing, man, he was getting canceled in 2022. He's getting canceled for that, man. Hey, he's a mama's boy too.
It says, let the heathen be weakened, let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Yeah. That's where the Heavenly Father is going to gather all these nations for World War III. The Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Okay? Because the Heavenly Father is going to gather all these armies over there in the Middle East. Okay? And what were these nations we're talking about? Pakistan, that's in the Middle East. Iran, that's in the Middle East. The Saudis are going to have to get involved, man. Well, what's the main guys over there causing a ruckus? All right, them dudes with them hats on. All right? Them dudes up in our land right now.
Big nose.
Okay? Those little, the fakers.
48ers.
The 48ers, man. The 1948ers. The Balfours. The Balfours, man. All right, they're up in there. What? They're up in there, and they're a thorn in the side of those heathens, man. They want those guys out of there because they see what they do. They see what they do when they come to their lands. They take over and they destroy it.
Oh, people was cursing out the United States over that.
Yep.
Where are all the companies that pulled out of, the land of Israel for the things that they do to them, Palestinians?
Yeah. When are you going to condemn that?
Ain't been no sanctions passed on Israel.
Well, they get more money.
But yeah, they get welfare.
You get welfare checks.
Billions of dollars.
Well, a big thing right now, straight judgment right there. Babies falling out of strollers. Hey, but see, these other nations, right? A lot of them get money from the beast or from Babylon.
Yep.
The Ukraine, they want to give the Ukraine billions of dollars.
18 billion.
18 billion, while you're paying $10 a gallon damn near, man. So you want to go out, and those people hate you, man. Those Ukrainians hate you. I'm talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
Yeah.
They don't like you. They look at you as animals, man. Okay? Them Ukrainians don't give a damn about you. And here it is. They're going to give 18 billion to the Ukrainians. Are they going to see that money? No. It's going to go to Hunter Biden, man, or somebody like that.
It's going to be funneled in the military-industrial complex.
Yeah. It's going to get funneled into a pizza party.
Pizza and hot dog.
A hot dog pizza party. That's what it's going to get funneled to. Go ahead.
This is Obadiah verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Yeah, all these nations are saying they're neutral. Like, we're friends with the U.S. Them Pakistanis want to destroy this place, man. Keep going.
It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
That's America, man. These other nations, they're trying to play cool with you, The main one being the beast, the NATO and the EU. Okay? They're acting like they're totally with you, man, but they're gonna deceive you. They're gonna be the main, Julius Caesar. And to Brute, it's gonna be that, man. Okay, it's gonna be the biggest betrayal you've ever seen. When the EU backs off and says, okay, we with Russia.
Yep.
We with the rest of the nations, man. America's the bad apple.
Yep.
Okay, and what's gonna happen then? Keep going.
It says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
And what's the bread? The Federal Reserve note. Okay, the oil industry. Okay, because the reason why these nations got so rich is off of America. All right, if China wasn't able to get American companies to go over there and manufacture goods over there and sell them here, and I'm talking about Nike, Apple, everything. Okay, those are the big ones. But those big ones are bigger than most third world countries. They bring in more money than most third world countries, man, as blocks. Yet the Chinese would have never been powerful if it wasn't for the American economy, right? The Russians, after the Soviet Union, they would have been through. But what happened? They're buying Russian energy, man. Russian energy is what made Putin and the oligarchs rich.
Yeah.
Their energy, their minerals. All right, because after the Soviet Union collapsed, you know what they did? Is that Putin and all these other guys, ex-KGB guys, oligarchs said, okay, well, you're going to get this industry. Because it was a communist country. And every industry was controlled by the government. Weapons, oil, gas, natural gas, okay, all the minerals. And then that guy, Roman Abramovich, the guy who owns Chelsea, he got in the precious minerals, the raw materials. Okay, he owns all those mines over there, man. So this guy got the mines, this guy got the steel, oh, this guy got the guns, oh, this guy got this, that. So they divvied it up. So all these oligarchs then got rich and powerful and started moving their money all throughout the world, man. Mainly moving their money to where? The EU and the America, man. Now they're banning, they're sanctioning, they're seizing their assets, man. That's gonna lead to all these countries saying, well, why should I? Hold on, can I finish, please? Why should I go and do business with America if they're gonna freeze me at any moment?
Exactly.
The SWIFT, right?
Yep.
The Swiss banks.
Can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
What is the government?
The government?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got a social security card?
Look, bro.
You got a social security card? Hey, well, can I ask you a
the
question?
government, bro.
No. Do you have a social
People
security
that
card?
sit down and make decisions is the government, bro.
No, because somebody else above, there's a secret government.
Different
Did you
type
know?
of government.
You ever heard of a thing called a shadow government?
Okay.
Have you heard of a thing called a
Look,
shadow government?
The word
Because America
government means
is
a
control.
group of people that sit down and
It actually means mind control, brother.
You want to make a decision with me right now? Let's agree just to disagree.
Okay, that's the, so
You have a good decision.
you can argue with London Breed about that, okay? Because
I'm
right
not
now
arguing with you, bro.
I'm not me, but I mean London Breed.
You just said I was arguing with you, though.
I said you can
what
argue
I'm
with
saying
her.
is, the government is the group of people that sit down and make decisions.
Okay, but in this context, I'm talking about mountains, all right? In the scriptures, you call those governments
Regardless.
mountains, okay? And those mountains are what? Those
That's why I
mountains
don't listen to a lot of
are
people.
governments, okay?
I
Powers.
listen to what I
Okay?
read.
Because at the end of the day, a government has what? A military.
Yeah.
Okay? They have power. They have weapons. Okay? They have what? They have a hegemonic force of what they call a hegemonic rule over violence.
God.
So the government could go and kill you,
Hey,
and ain't nobody gonna put the government in
yeah,
prison,
brothers.
and the government ain't gonna go on trial. That's why these cops, I think, is over
Y'all
here in
better
San Francisco.
Sit down right here and
The
talk
first
to
time
us.
ever, a DA, a district attorney's office, prosecuted cops for excessive force here in San Francisco. Okay, so you have the government going against the government, right? The DA, district attorney, which is the top cop, going against his own guys, the cops, San Francisco PD. And what happened? They got off. They got off. Oh yeah, they got off, man.
What?
Because the cops, you can't get the moment you get them for excessive force, they're gonna lose all power, man. What are they gonna be able to do? Okay, because the government needs the cops to be able to use excessive force. That's why they have power. That's why you do what they tell you to do, because you don't want to get your heads bashed in, man.
Yeah.
Again, they will bash your head in, man. Okay, they'll turn the body camera off, or they'll take you to the back alley, and they'll get to work on you, man.
Or they get the inmates inside there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
to get
Oh,
the
yeah,
work
yeah.
in, you know?
Yep,
They'll
because
get the job done.
well, hey, that film Street Kings. If you gotta watch that film Street Kings, man. Because who's controlling the gangs in the streets? The cops were, man. All right, and now who's the main cops controlling the streets? these government agencies, okay, with alphabet letters. Go ahead.
It says all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
But see that man was a king, right? He was a king, so much so that he understood that he was his own government.
He lost on the sauce, man.
He's done out here.
That's a lost Jake.
That's our people, though, man. Just completely ignorant of what's actual facts and reality.
Oh, he wanted everybody to get together.
Well, yeah, he wanted to use kindergarten doctrine to bring the world, to save the world, man.
In the time and age that we in now, he's talking about everybody getting together and being happy.
Lullabies, sing-alongs. Hey, what was that? We are the world. We are the world. Ain't nobody doing that right now.
Yo.
And that's not gonna vibe, man. People ain't want to hear listen to that. People want to hear about niggas sliding on somebody, man. That's what they want to listen to.
What time's up? You leaving?
What was
Next
that?
location? Then moving to the next location?
Us?
Yeah, because he's like putting
Oh no! Oh yeah, we've been out here for a while.
Oh.
But we're just preparing
I didn't know
to
that.
finish soon. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah.
Go
You guys
ahead.
come out here every weekend?
Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays, depending on the weekend.
Okay.
It says all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
Yeah, they're prevailing against you. Okay, keep going.
They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
Yeah, because that petrodollar, man. That petrodollar's done for. Okay, it's inflated. Okay, it's not worth the damn paper it's printed on. So that the other nations have been wanting to get off of that. Okay, that's why they got these deals coming in, man. They got these deals. They got these deals with the Russians. They got these deals with the South Africans, with the Iranians, with the Chinese.
Oh, that includes Ukraine. All the aid that you giving them, they gonna turn on you, man.
Yeah, because they're gonna say we're sick of getting your petrodollar. Because what does it end up doing to us? And now we got to vibe with you. Now we're gonna lose because America is in a big decline. It's in a decline, and if you don't see that, you're literally out of your mind.
Hey,
All you need to do is walk down this block. You're gonna see the decline of America.
so you know Jerome Powell's the guy that runs the Federal Reserve.
Jerome Powell, yeah.
And he's literally flooding everywhere with fucking money.
Yep.
And Blackstone and BlackRock, he gave them X amount of money to buy whatever the fuck they want. They've been buying their stocks, going crazy, going stupid, because they are now owning those stocks.
Yep.
And when it comes to like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this, bitch. They already owned by somebody else. You're buying it from BlackRock or Blackstone, and they're the ones flooding everything fucking crazy. And they want to fuck up the dollar so they can bring in the digital currency.
That's right.
And they're gonna kill Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the motherfucking
right.
name brand
Right.
shit.
That's exactly right. And see what's happened. What happened during these past 2 years of this pandemic? There was a thing called the greatest transfer of wealth ever.
Great reset, yeah.
Right?
right,
Which
yeah.
is the Great Reset.
Yeah.
And if you look at the amount of billions of dollars that the billionaires made,
They
guys
made even more.
They made most. That was the money that the middle class lost. So that money that the middle class lost, the business owners, the small business owners, the people that work these restaurants, okay, the people that had to that lost their businesses, all that money went to who? It went to Amazon.
Yep.
Okay, it went to Walmart. All right, it went to China. It went to all this new billionaire class. They got all this money while the middle class became poor and it's shrinking. So now you just got the super billionaires, and then you got the people, the middle class. They're getting lower and lower. Like these people, they live. These young people, these millennials and Generation Zers, they're never going to be able to afford a home in San Francisco.
Yeah,
It
no.
don't matter how many jobs. It don't matter if you work for Salesforce or work for Twitter. You're not going to be able to afford a home. You're through. Okay. And then, like you said, this is what they're planning on doing, man.
Yeah, that shit is happening in a lot of fucking states right now, man.
This is what the plan is, okay? A police state, a global police state where the identification is in an RFID microchip that has your digital currency and everything in it, which is the mark of the beast in Revelation 13 chapter. All right? Go ahead and read that.
This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their
And
foreheads.
these are the guys that are making you that causeth all. This is the he that causeth all. These guys right here, the shadow government. Here it is. That man that came up here earlier was talking about the government. I said, "This is. You ever heard of a shadow government? You didn't know what I'm talking about. This is the shadow government.
Chaldeans.
Yep. There
Hey,
you go. The Babylonians, that ruling class, mercantile ruling class of the rich, right? Of Babylon. This is them back again. The Chaldeans.
The priesthood.
Uh huh.
hey, here's another thing. I don't know if you guys noticed it. Do you guys notice how much food is being genetically modified now?
Yeah.
Candy, cereal. I saw Cinnamon Toast Crunch as a favorite of all kids. Bioengineered ingredients. I'm like, why?
Yep.
What the fuck ingredients in it that's making that shit? Yeah, you know what?
Heavy metals.
Yeah, but
Because
it's
they
owned by
wanna,
these guys.
they
own it.
wanna
They own it.
slow
As
kill these
Vanguard and
people, man.
Vanguard and BlackRock own the majority of the shares.
Which Vanguard and BlackRock is owned by these people.
It's a shell corporation for these guys, man. If you watch that film, that show, The Ozarks. I don't know if you guys caught that one. It's all about them running shells.
Okay.
Shell corporations for the cartel.
Yeah.
So you got Edomite families starting businesses that just wash money for the cartel. They washing the money. So that's Vanguard and BlackRock. That's the shell corporation for these guys to wash all your money in. To control this, to get you in that lockstep.
Well, Americans is a big wash.
Yeah.
Oh, America's the biggest. Well, the American federal government is the biggest wash of all. Because they send money out everywhere. Ukraine, here, there, everywhere, man. What happens to us? Brothers owing taxes this year, man. All right, here it is. Jake struggling. Jake got to pay taxes, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Do these guys pay taxes?
No.
Does this guy fucking pay tax, man?
No.
He ain't paying a damn.
Taxes you.
Well, they get a return. They say Elon Musk. He said he paid so much in taxes, but he got a return. Okay, because the taxes he paid, he's talking about his payroll. He ain't talking about that federal refund. All right. They wanted to get Trump's books because they wanted to tell everybody how he don't pay no tax. He gets a refund, but he about to show that to you, man. That ain't for you to know.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. These guys, they don't file taxes, man. You file taxes for them.
Yep.
Or these guys run the IRS.
But Proverbs 22 and 7.
The borrower is subject to the lender.
Well, what is the government? Take your ass to court and say that to the so-called white man in court. What is the government? Well, I'm the government.
Yeah.
The guy, he'll put you in the loony bin. He'll say, man, but this guy needs a psychological evaluation. Okay, because he's clear out of his mind.
The group of people that come together.
Yeah.
That's Jake, though, man.
Get together and talk. So you're gonna get together with your enemy, so-called white man. Okay, he's been wanting you to get together with him forever, but at the same time, he's killing your ass. Go ahead.
It says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name."
So this mark is going to be a digital currency, okay? Because you're not going to be able to buy or sell without this mark. And that mark, that word there in the Greek is the charagma, which really means an incision. Okay, something implanted into you, man, stabbed into you. What was the word? What was the thing? The stakes.
The Harax,
The karax.
which is a stake or a palisade.
Palisade, right?
That's the needle that they used, that they're gonna use to inject you with the subdermal device, man.
And did you know they said they were going to use and I swear I didn't get that damn vaccine shot because they was like, well now we're gonna put it in your fucking hands so you have it forever. I'm like, bitch, you ain't putting shit in my fucking body.
Brother, you got. Well, the sky's the limit for you, man.
Yeah, because
If you got this far without putting any of Esau's poisons in you, man,
Chance.
brother, you gonna do great when the bark of the beast comes, because you're gonna be like, I don't want that. Right? These other people that went,
They
you know
already
what?
suck it in. They already got the
I wanted to
fucking
go
shot.
to a concert. Here it is. You got kids that don't even work. They're not required to get it. Yet they're running to get it so they can go see their favorite act at a concert, man.
But now you don't need it.
Now you don't need it though.
Exactly.
So you got duped. You got scammed. You got finessed. All right, and you're not gonna care about it until you start losing your fingers, man.
Deion Sanders.
Oh, Deion Sanders though.
Oh yeah, Deion Sanders.
Tested positive for HIV.
And he had HIV.
did?
No, I'm saying.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. If you get them boosted, you get
Make your
boosted.
bed up.
Go ahead.
It says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
That's 666. Okay, Mystery Babylon. All right, and that's the symbol and energy so-called white man has behind all of his symbols, man. All of his moves. Okay, his power comes from what? The left-hand side. It comes from the evil darkness of the world, man. Satan, the devil, man.
That's right.
All right, this is the devil, which is Satan, that old dragon. That's so-called white man. Okay, and he goes all the way back to the serpent in the garden. Okay, he goes all the way back to Nimrod. All right, he goes all the way back to the Romans. Okay? He goes all the way back to Esau, Edom, Esau. Okay? He's the devil the Bible speaks of. Right? And the Heavenly Father got it to where now all that power he had is done for. It's
The
it's
children,
gone.
the children of the wicked.
Yeah.
But his last hope is this mark of the beast.
Yep.
He's going to go all in on this mark of the beast, because without that, he can't establish his new world order, man. He can't have complete control. He can't X out the Israelites, which he wants to do.
Yep.
He wants to get rid of us. He doesn't want us to have a chance of salvation. But we got the scriptures, and it's given us the commandments to understand what not to do in that day, man. And that main thing that brothers should be teaching and preaching is the mark of the beast. 'Cause that's the time we're in, man. The technology's here. The system is here. The digital ID, the medicines, the foods, the access into certain places. Everyone's got the Clover or some sort of digital merchant service.
Yeah, Square.
The Square, all that, and it's going to lead you to get what? The scan, the mark.
Well, they crashing all physical currencies.
Yeah. Well, they don't want you to have a physical currency because it can't be tracked.
Yeah.
Right. The main reason why they want to get rid of cash is because it can't be tracked. Well, they want to regulate cryptocurrency because they want to track it.
Yeah, they want that one currency, the CBDC, the Fedcoin, and then these other central banks. They're gonna release their cryptocurrencies, and then it's all gonna merge into one, man.
Yeah, and then they said you have to log on their server
Yep.
to spend your money, so they know where your money's going.
Yep. And then at any moment, they're gonna pull up. At any moment, they're gonna do what they did to Abramovich: sanction you and seize your assets and freeze your account.
Yeah, if you don't want to do what they tell you to do.
And
Or
in
you
Europe,
want to buy things that they don't allow you to. You
Well,
want to do some backdoor purchase. They ain't gonna let you do it.
If you're late on your medical procedure,
Oh yeah.
if you didn't get
You
your
gonna get
medical,
cut off.
if you didn't get your 4th, 5th jump shot, now wait, we're gonna freeze your accounts.
Yeah, you're gonna get sanctioned.
You missed out on your booster. You need to go get that. So for now, we're sanctioning.
And we're gonna charge you a fee because you late on the list.
You know that nigga pay. You know Esau petty man.
Oh yeah. He going after you. Okay, let's keep going.
This is Revelation 14:9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation."
That's right. And so you want to worship this beast and this image. How do you do that? You do that by taking his mark. Okay. And these people are all. And what this whole thing, this whole pandemic been is a social conditioning for the mark. Okay. Social conditioning for doing what you're told, complying to Esau, Edom as your God and master. And he wants you to do what he says. And no, don't question it. Don't believe it. And if you do, that's a conspiracy theory. You're out your mind. You're a whack job.
Yeah.
You better do what we say because we're the science.
yeah.
And the science is irrefutable. Right? But the science changes at every moment.
Yeah,
At one moment the science is this is the science. The science is not our God. All right? All right, and that's who we listen to. The Heavenly Father. That's why they want to get rid of, they want to control all the churches, control what the pastors say. Hey, because this guy vocab alone, he talking about the jump shots all good. I was like, hey man, the jump shot uses HEK